The Vermont Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Hi, my name is Dan Norris. I'm legally blind. I have Stargardt's, which means from a young age I have had no central vision and my peripheral vision is very blurry. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about how my keyboard is set up and how it helps me to be more productive at work, and also how I've marked my laptop keyboard to be as productive as this keyboard is just out of the box. Now this is a standard keyboard, just a full-size keyboard, and because I've learned how to touch type and I've learned the layout of the keyboard, I'm able to be very productive even if I don't necessarily know what the keys say. For example, whenever I start up my computer, I have to log in using my username and password, and to do that I have to do Control-Alt-Delete. Now on a standard keyboard, Control is always in the bottom left-hand corner, Alt is always the key right next to the space bar, and as I slide my hand over here above the pointer keys, there's a set of 6 buttons, the lower left of which is Delete. And so a combination of Control-Alt-Delete allows me to log into my computer without even needing to look at my hands or the keys. And then up at the top of the keyboard, there's a lot of function keys. Now when I'm doing spell check, F7 is the key that I always want to touch. And you can see here that the first 4 keys are grouped together, functions 1 through 4, and the second set of function keys are here as well. So all I have to do is slide my hand up, find the second set of the 4, and the one that's just here, the third one in, or second from the end, is F7. I hit that, and the spell check starts up on my computer and tells me, if it wants to know how I do it, it doesn't know if that's spelled properly or not. So I can say, ignore. And my spelling and grammar check is complete. So the layout of a keyboard, if you learn the layout, it can help you to be very efficient at work and do touch typing without having to do major modifications to your keyboard. That's not the case with my laptop keyboard. Now a laptop keyboard is more condensed. This is actually a full-size laptop keyboard because it has the number pad over here, but it's still shrunk. And so the nice thing is that the basic format is still the same. Here in the bottom left-hand corner is Control. Again, right next to the space bar is the Alt key. But Delete is way up here at the top, inside this whole mesh of small buttons. Now the way I know it's right here is because you can see I put a bump dot just above where the Delete key is. It's a small bump dot, I believe it's called a lock dot. And that button, when I slide my finger up, lets me know that just below it is the Delete key. I don't want to put it on the key itself because the key is so small and I'm afraid that too much pushing on it will cause it to fall off. But that allows me to log into my computer, Control-Alt-Delete, and type in my password, because again, touch typing is the way to go. And I'm able to use that way. Small modification, tiny little dot, makes a huge difference. And then likewise, if I slide my finger over, there are 2 more dots that I have placed here on the laptop. This one here, like you might guess because of the previous section, I put it above the F7 key so that I can do my spell check when I'm doing a document. And then the reason the F5 key has been marked is because I take this laptop with me when I do presentations, and the F5 key is what activates a PowerPoint presentation to be able to then be shown in its full PowerPoint glory. And so I use this computer to do my work every day, and with just some small modifications, I'm able to be as efficient as I am with a standard keyboard. And that's how I do it.
If you or a loved one needs assistance coping with vision loss, contact the Vermont Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired at 802-863-1358. Or to learn more, go to our website, www.vabvi.org.